Hello everybody, welcome to another Disney Cars review. Today we have a birthday request video of Dinoco Lightning McQueen. So happy birthday to Flyingpig. I hope you have an awesome day. Maybe you get some cars or planes for your birthday. Let me know in the comment section below. I hope this video improves your day and makes it even better. So let's dive right into the review now. Of course, by the way, if you guys don't know, you can make a birthday request or a suggestion if you want. Just please watch the video in the description below. There's a link to it. It's right at the top. You can't miss it. So just please watch that and then you'll know how to make a proper request or suggestion if you do desire. And now, sorry about that. Now let's get into the review of Dinoco LM. So he's one of the first variations of McQueen ever released back in 2006, along with, of course, the normal version of Lightning McQueen and Dirt Track McQueen as well. Now, he appeared in the first Cars movie in McQueen's Daydream when the king was giving him advice. So it was pretty much like this. The king is talking to McQueen and he just starts daydreaming about winning the Dinoco sponsorship, which was his goal kind of for the first half of the movie of Cars 1. He really wanted to win that because it looked better. It was like the best company out there instead of Rusty's, of course. But by the end of the movie, he actually turns it down because he realizes that Rusty's, sticking with Rusty's is the better idea, and that's really the transformation of McQueen's character in the movie. But anyway, that's where he appears. He really should have a Dinoco logo on his spoiler, like the Bling Bling version has, but unfortunately Mattel never added that. So Dinoco LM has been released a lot of times, ever since 2006, which was his original release right here. I love how the art was so big. It was on the entire card. I also have one other release of him in the package. This is from 2015 in the Dinoco series. Pretty cool art as well, but not as big. I like the background though. You can see some Dinoco pitties back there. And so he has been released a lot. I'm not going to rattle through all of them because we'd be here for about the next 15 minutes because he is one of the most produced McQueens. Because, you know, usually the first ones are the most popular and therefore are produced the most. So now let's dive into the actual review of him and his diecast. You know, there's a lot to compare this guy to because, as you can see in the background, there are 4 other Dinoco racers that we have from Cars 1 and Cars 3, along with some other versions of Dinoco McQueen that have been released. But right now, we're just going to stick with this version. So, of course, we have the Dinoco logo right there. Very, very nice. Blue rims, black Lightyear tires. No contingency sponsors because apparently he doesn't need any because Dinoco is just so good. Yellow signature of Lightning McQueen right there. 95. There's the Dinoco logo again. Very simple, elegant design. Like there's not much excess stuff. And here's the base. This is a pretty old one. I think it might be from 2006 actually. And he has his typical expression. Now let me compare him to a Rusty's McQueen here. I have the tar version on hand, so just kind of ignore the tar guys. So basically, that's the Rusty's logo. He should have the equivalent of that for Dinoco on his spoiler, but unfortunately he does not. It's not a big deal, but you know, after being released for around 10 years, you think that Mattel would have gotten around to putting the effort in to add it. So basically everything is replaced with the Dinoco equivalent. Blue, red, Dinoco versus Rusty's, you know, orange versus kind of the white, gray or whatever on the Rusty's version. Very nice color combinations for both of these, I would say. And now let's take a look at some of the other versions of Dinoco McQueen, like the transforming one, which is one of the most recent ones, released in 2016. So basically, this is a combination of the two of them, like if you did something like that, because in his Daydream, he literally like elevates himself in midair, and then this wave of blue rushes across him. Very, very cool. I actually like this version a lot. I think it's creative. You know, I'll give Mattel that. And of course, you have clear decals because This is 2006. This is 2016. So 10-year difference in the decals, and that's why they look a little bit more fresh on the transforming version. Now, I have not opened a new version of Dinoco LM because this one's in perfect condition. Like, I didn't chip it at all. It's just a little faded. Here is the bling bling version of Dinoco McQueen that actually has the correct logo on the spoiler there. And the only difference besides that is the fact that he has the nice shiny bling bling wheels. Theoretically though, the piston cup should be gold. It shouldn't all be silver. It should be gold and silver. And also it looks like the lightning bolts are white instead of gray. And besides that, they do look to be identical. Bling Bling McQueen has been released a lot as well. Of course, you can't forget the Lightning Storm version of Dinoco McQueen. This one has a moth plate, unfortunately, but it's not a huge deal. That one has the correct Dinoco logo on the spoiler. And if you guys don't know, this is when he's like rushing through all the spark plug monsters and he's destroying them with his rockets. Pretty strange scene if you ask me, but it was a dream. In McQueen's cocky, overconfident state. The decals do look a little bit more fresh because this is a newer release. I believe it debuted in either 2008 or 2009. Now this is my absolute favorite version of Dinoco McQueen and is one of my absolute favorite McQueens of all time as well because it's the Blu-ray McQueen. Of course, this was only available to people who like mailed in for a Blu-ray, so it was very limited. And I got mine from eBay just a couple years ago, and it does go for a lot, around like $100 nowadays. And it's really like a metallic version of Dinoco McQueen, although it's a little bit more purple, I guess you could say. I like the color. Very, very beautiful shade of kind of like blue / purple. Violet. We'll settle in the middle there for violet. Just absolutely stunning. Very, very cool. And the decals are the same though. I like how the signature is white instead of yellow. I never really cared for the yellow signature. It doesn't really fit in. Maybe if it was orange, it would look a little bit better. Yellow, it just doesn't really look too good with the general paint scheme. So I like white or orange would be good as well. So those are the ones I decided to compare Dinoco McQueen to. There's also a couple more lenticular ones, but they're pretty much the same. I don't want to be too repetitive. So let's start with the original Dinoco Racer, at least from what we know. In theory, there could have been another Dinoco Racer before the King, but in terms of the car's timeline, we'll just go with him. So their decals are pretty similar, like the hood Dinoco one right there. Obviously, the King is number 43 versus 95. The King does have some contingency sponsors. Another difference is that he has silver rims, whereas McQueen has blue ones. Overall, they're very, very cool. I think all the Dinoco Racers look really awesome together. Even Cruz back there, because she's yellow, she stands out a little bit more because all of the other Dinoco Racers are blue. Here's Chick Hicks. He appeared in another one of McQueen's daydreams, or it was rather like a nightmare because it was when he woke up. So not really a daydream, but it was kind of like the complete opposite of his daydream at the beginning of the movie because instead of him winning the sponsorship, it was Chick Hicks. So that's where this originates from. It was a pretty cool release. He has some contingency sponsors as well. I've always wondered why McQueen really doesn't have any. Like I said earlier, I know that Dinoco is a big company and he may not need any, but the King and Chip do. I like 86 right there. Very cool. Very simple design, like I said originally. Dinoco always has been very simple and elegant. And I'm going to ask you guys at the end of this video, which Dinoco Racer is your favorite? Because there are 5 now, and I think they're all really awesome and cool. So here is Cal Weathers, aka Hank Weathers. If you guys don't know the whole controversy about this, basically Mattel calls him Cal, and also he's known as Cal in the articles online that have been revealed and whatnot. But the diecast here, it actually says Hank right there on the roof edges. So maybe we'll find out why that is in the movie. So we have Dinoco on there. Whoa, I'm sorry about that, guys. I just kind of flipped him over. I'm sorry. move the camera too. I feel like Cal might be my least favorite, or maybe my second least favorite one behind, or in front of Chick. Chick is probably my least favorite. I like the blue rims on both there. Dinoco's a lot bolder because this is a 2017 racer, so we know that the designs have changed a little bit. There's a lot more dark blue in it. That's really the first time we've seen dark blue in a Dinoco paint job. Before it was always light blue and orange and white. And now we have Cruz Ramirez, who might just be my favorite because she just looks so new and innovative. I really like it because she is considered the next generation Dinoco racer. So she's obviously yellow, which is a big change of pace. She's the first racer not to have the big Dinoco logo on her hood. She just has it written out. That logo is only on the back, which is pretty interesting because it seems to have been Dinoco's main iconic logo up until Cruz. They now seem to be focusing on a much more, even more simple design with yellow and blue. Everything is either yellow or it's all blue, and it's only one shade of those colors. And of course we have the dinosaur. I mean, a very awesome dinosaur right there wrapping around the back fenders. Kind of a different new version of the dinosaur right there. You can't go wrong with the dinosaur, and that is why Cruz is my favorite Dinoco racer. Let me know in the comment section below which Dinoco racer is your favorite. That's all for the comparisons. I know a lot, guys. We had to go through all those Dinoco McQueens and all these Dinoco racers, but they're all very awesome. And I think my second favorite Dinoco racer would be the King. Then followed up by Cal or McQueen, and then Chick would definitely be on the bottom. I mean, McQueen and Chick are hypothetical. They don't even exist because they were in McQueen's dreams, and that kind of degrades them for me, and that's why I prefer the real one. So, happy birthday again to Flyingpig. I hope this video lived up to what you'd hoped it to be. I'll see you guys next time for another video. Bye now!